Nigeria at a crossroad, Finance Minister. Welcome to the news. Please subscribe to my page, and if you have been there supporting, thank you, good day, and God bless. World Bank says 7 million will become poor in 2022. Zainab Ahmed, Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, said that the country is facing very tough macroeconomic challenges as revenues continue to dip on account of huge fuel subsidies as well as worsening oil output and surging inflation. Ahmed spoke at the launch of the World Bank 2022 Nigeria Development Update, which exposed how much the country's macroeconomic outlook has greatly deteriorated since November 2021, when the bank warned that this was no longer business as usual for Africa's largest economy. The World Bank estimates that fuel subsidies will go up at least 5.4 trillion this year. Imagine, subsidies that will be paid to some individuals. How do we manage to get to this level as a nation? We are paying subsidy. Imagine this 5.3 trillion. If our refineries are working, the kind of development that we get as a nation. This money will be borrowed. This money will be sought generation yet unborn. Their future will be mortgaged because of some selfish individuals. This country, honestly, now wow. Indeed, we are facing very difficult challenges, and we are in some kind of crossroads, Ahmed said at the event, which he joined virtually. It is no longer hearsay that Nigeria is not deriving the benefit it should from the current high crude oil prices. Rather, rising crude oil prices are causing significant fiscal challenges to our economy and may lead to some negative receipts. And indeed, we have started seeing those negative receipts, she added. According to her, 3 factors are preventing Nigeria from fully benefiting from the current boom in international oil prices, namely oil production, where we have the capacity, we have the oil, we don't have the capacity to produce. Refineries have been moribund. It's a shame, honestly, which has been falling below the country estimated capacity, and the OPEC quota. Insecurity, vandalism, and oil debt. Who are the thieves? Who are the ones vandalizing? Can a poor man go and vandalize the oil pipeline? Who are the people behind? The mighty, the rich, they are the ones doing this. No law enforcement can get them. Nobody can harass them. Nobody can stop them because not them. The Central Bank of Nigeria had warned in March that the ongoing oil theft in the country was unprecedented and had called on the fiscal authorities to take urgent necessary action. Which action will they take when the people that are stealing, the oil, they are within the system? They are the great and mighty, they are the big barons, they are the one backing the political party. So who will not stop them? Can even the IG go and stop anybody that he knows that is into this? Or the chief of army staff or the chief of defense staff? Can they stop anybody that they know that is involved in these criminal activities? They know them, but who will arrest them? The finance minister highlighted that the fuel pump price in Nigeria has remained fixed. People will have increased a bit, even when global prices continue to rise. Okay, you want to impoverish the poor the more. She said rising international crude prices had also increased the burden of fuel subsidies, and by maintaining the PMS subsidy, we as a country are foregoing, unfortunately, investment that we should have used the money to make essentially in infrastructure, goods and services that will have increased our productivity of the nation, Ahmed said. She noted the global rise in inflation, including in Nigeria, whereas the monetary authorities have had to respond. Despite this, however, inflationary pressure is already showing in increased food prices, transportation, and it has affected our people. This is the case of concern for us. What is the plan to mitigate against this? The roads are bad, the insecurity, the farmers cannot go to the farm to farm, so there's no way we can have abundance, even with there's abundant rain. There's no way we can have greater output when people cannot go to the farm. The minister, however, told the Guardian about government new measures to cushion the effect on food prices. How? Are they going to set up a food board, or do they commodity board, or what? Because when there is no productivity from the farm, how are you going to cushion the food price effect? Is it not when we have abundance, if you want to buy from the farm? But the farmers are not even enough. They can't go to the farm because of insecurity, because of fear, including steps to lower the cost of input for production like fertilizer. Okay. According to her, the government is still committed to the aspiration of 15% revenue to GDP ratio. But to achieve this means a quantum leap in outcome in some other initiative, like the Strategic Revenue Growth Initiative. According to the World report, Nigeria's growing macroeconomic challenges in 2022 highlight the continued urgency of a departure from business as usual and the need for consensus. This consensus has come up again around a package of robust reforms. The report, titled "The Continued Urgency of Business as Usual," says that inflation in Nigeria already one of the highest in the world. Can you imagine? I hope this body will not be too much for whoever is going to take over come 2023, before the war in Ukraine is likely to increase further as a result of the rise in global fuel and food prices caused by the war. No wonder bread price has gone up again because of wheat and other things from Ukraine. God help this country. The World Bank says it is likely to push an additional 1 million Nigerians into poverty. From where we are in 22 by the end of 2022. That is from poor to poor. On the top of the 6 million Nigerians that were already predicted to fall into poverty this year because of the rise in prices, particularly food prices. In his remark, Shomban Chonduri, World Bank Countries Director, said, "I do want to highlight the fact that 6 months ago, the title of the NDU was Time for Business as Usual, which has, in some sense, been the bank tagline since the beginning of COVID crisis in March 2020. That Nigeria is at a critical juncture and has a tremendous potential which has not been realized, at least in the last 4 decades, and therefore needs a sense of urgency." Honestly, we need a sense of urgency. Is it that the people that are at the helm of affairs in this country don't know what to do? Well, that is what you get when the president makes an appointment that is based on nepotism. What do you expect? God will judge all of us. Because if the right people are in the position, they will know what to do ahead of time. We don't need people that will start thinking, people that will be thinking on their toes. The root cause of all this is corruption. Few individuals are extremely rich, richer than the nation, that make the nation dry because of the greed to amass wealth. Some may even be richer than this country. I'm sure there are so many people that are very rich, they are boasting. They are richer than some states. So very soon we'll be hearing them saying we are richer than the country. The economy has been driven to the bottom of the ocean by this government. We need a change, otherwise this country, very soon, the battle will be between the poor and the rich. And when they start going after them, the nation might not be able to contain them again. Well, what is your take on this comment from the Minister of Finance that Nigeria is at a crossroad? Kindly make your opinion known as you subscribe to my page. Thank you. Good day. God bless.